What is worse than having no direction? Having too many of them. I am the Quipseeker and welcome to the channel where we identify weaknesses in our lives, grab them by the throat and strangle them till they submit. In simple words, your life is brokered, I help with fix. Today you will learn 3 simple methods that will help you improve the way you make decisions to unhellify your life. That was 80% your fault. Number 1. Identify risk and benefits involved. Some of you have this issue of being too dramatic. Oh, my life is so difficult. I am full of bad luck. Stop your bullshit. I can guarantee about 90% of your problems keep happening because you don't know what the problem is. That's why you can't fix them, and that's why they keep happening. Think of risk as the enemy. If you don't know what your enemy is capable of and you take them on anyway, you run a high chance of losing more than what you're comfortable with. On the other hand, if you are very informed of what is at stake, you can make a proper decision which will result in something more towards what you predicted. All the fancy words and I've already lost half of you. But don't worry, that's what examples are for. Let's say you have 2 job interviews that happen to be taking place at the same time and you cannot reschedule. What you want to do is weigh the prospects of both job scopes. Which one gives you the highest return in the shortest amount of time? Or if you are more of a long-term person, which one brings the best benefits over a set period of time? We're not talking about passion, we're talking about potential. Make your decisions on what works for you. It's not about what you want, it's about what is good for you. It would be great if you actually want what is good for you, but make sure you understand the difference between necessary and would be nice to have. For example, the feminists are probably gonna attack me, but who don't they attack nowadays? For example, it would be nice if a woman had big boom booms, but they are not necessary. What is necessary is that they are gentle, kind, and contribute to the people around them. Same goes for the guys. If your that one is big, would be nice to have. But what is necessary is that I stop going off track and stick back to my topic. Where are we? Method number 2 in improving your decision-making skills is the filtering process. This is personally my favorite method to go about deciding things. So the questions I ask myself are, do I want it? Can I afford it? Do I need it? And is it urgent? Should you have any hesitation at all, the answer should always be no. Now see how the magic works. Let's say you have 50 bucks and you come across this gaming mouse that is about that figure as well. It's light, smooth, has that satisfying clicky sound. We apply the questions. Do you want it? If your answer is no, then stop there. If yes, we move on to the next question. Can you afford it? If you need the 50 bucks for food and something else, it's obviously no. But let's say you can afford it. Move on to the next step. Do you need it? Will you play your games better? Will you feel more comfortable? Now for me, I would have said no, because I can adapt to any kind of mouse after a while, and it doesn't matter to me because I'm not very competitive. That phase of my life is over. But if it means a lot to you, move on to the next question. Is it urgent? Let's say your current mouse is malfunctioning and the sensitivity is kinda off. If that's the case, then yes, you should get a mouse. Decision made. But if you feel you can hold out without getting a fancy mouse, then no. Decision also made. I just saved you 50 bucks. So leave a like on the video. But if you do dislike it, I can understand. We're all still learning to make better decisions. Watch the video at half speed if you cannot keep up. Number 3, the simulation method.
Imagination.
I don't use this one too often because when I decide something, I usually want to commit to it before emotions start coming into play. The theory behind this method is to imagine a scenario where you take a different option and basically simulate yourself going through with that decision. You'll need to be able to foresee events, how it'll affect your life. I only ever use this if I have to make big decisions that involve large sums of money, people with their feelings, or anything that changes my current lifestyle. For example, if you have 2 people you like, but you can only marry one. Let's say you supposedly chose option A. Now imagine a life with option B. Would it be a better life with B, or is it inferior to option A? If you imagine it to be better, then I suggest you go back to the start and review your options again. The smaller the scale of effect of the choice, the less risky it is to use this method, because life isn't always 100% as you expect it to be. Again, this method only works if you are pretty good at predicting events. I don't recommend this way if you are too much of a dreamer or a visionary. Trust me, you're gonna be very disappointed. But if you're a hardcore practical person, then I would say that this method would actually be the most compatible with you. Okay, I know I said 3, but I'm still in the process of trying out this method, so I thought I'd share it anyway. For your added benefit, bonus method, the sleep on it. Yes, sleep. An ever-fleeting basic need for a human being to function. If time is not an urgent factor, then I would say sleeping on it will more often than not help you make better decisions. When your brain is well rested, you tend to feel happier. And when you're in a good mood, even the stupid stuff don't get to you that easily, which then makes it easier for you to rationalize situations and come up with good solutions. And I know some people will say, oh, I sleep very little and coffee up the entire day. Trust me, natural rest is much better. It's much more effective at keeping your anger levels low when dealing with difficult things in life. This was prescribed to me by someone, which I find to be kinda useful if you can actually sleep. Insomniacs, this may not work for you. Actually, this will not work for you, which was why I said I was still in the process of testing it out. I'm also going through it myself. Stay strong, God will help us, we'll get through this. That about concludes this session. Before you go, comment below what you thought about these methods, and if you have any of your own, do share them with everyone else. If you found this video useful, please share it with someone who might need it. And finally, a quip a day keeps the stupid at bay. Fade out.